Morning. My coffee machine's not broken. I'm not late. I'm exactly on time. A wizard is never late, Frodo. Hi everyone. How you doing? Good morning. Flynn. Flynn says, do not buy CHARMHIGH. Flynn is correct. Hey everyone, how you doing? Exactly, Azzy, exactly. However, I'm a wizard. I'm not a wizard. I'm definitely not a wizard. Oh, cool. Lots of people joining. I'm just still tidying up my desktop a little bit. Trying to prepare some stuff for today. Okay. So, let's do a quick hello to everyone in the chat. Although it's still early, so lots of more people are going to come in. I know, but I will start. Oh, and I'm on top chat again. Whoops. Oh, I'll say hi to people before I switch it. So, good morning, Embedded Hobbyist. Hello, JP Master. Good morning, Fred, Death Shaker, and Mr. Adam Bryant. Hello. Hey, Michael. And Johnny is here. Is Arturo still streaming? If he is, if anyone wants to catch the end of his stream, Arturo is working on his powerboard, breadboard powerboard that runs CircuitPython. Pretty cool. Hey Paul. Hey G Bown. Hello Flynn. Good morning Flynn. Hey Christopher White. Hey Paul Target. And Mike. Mark. Olson. Hello. Hello Digicool Things. Hey Yuri. Hey Shaq. Hey Alex. Hello Azzy. Hey Graham. I just get dizzy when I look at this. Hey Kitan. I hope I pronounced that correctly, by the way. I do not know. Where am I up to? Good morning, Rob. Hello, Mr. Tada98. Hey, Andy Mouse. Hey, Gustas. Hi, Philip. Philippe, I should say. Good morning, James. Hello, Ian. And Henrik, hello. Hey, Eric. How are you? Hey, Rota. Hey, Kelsey. Yes, lots of Lord of the Rings. We've been talking this morning. Good morning, Rick. Hey, Jeshepu. Mr. Dommy Boy. Okay. Hello. Hey, Jerry. Oh, and it jumped. I was waiting for that to happen. Okay, I don't know where I'm up to. Oh, Arturo's here. You made it. Your stream's finished? Did you get it all working? Yes, everyone here is from Arturo's stream now. Yay! Hello, Welsh Dave. Okay, I missed a whole bunch of people that jumped. Hey, Kuka. Hello, Patrick. Hey, Chris. Chris Orban, you're up early. JTax, hello. You and your toys. I said hi to you, Flynn, already, but hi, Teddy. Hi, Nip Nip. Hey, Spacebuck. Hey, Johnny FP01. Hey, Bruce. Hi, Martin. Hey, Monster Mark. Wow. Good morning, John. Okay, I'm all over the place now. Oh, hello, Peter. Morning, Gary. Hey, Colin. Okay, is it Marchin? I hope I pronounced that correctly. If not, I'm sorry. Flynn. Stop writing in capitals, Flynn. Hey Cable Tie. Hey Hojad. Hey Lixie Labs. Hello. Good to see you here. Hey Luca. Just dropping in for a minute. Have a massive pile of stuff to do. No. Oh, good luck with all the work you need to do. Thanks for saying hi. Hey Simon. Did I say hi to Hojad already? I can't remember. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Wow. That list got big quickly. Greg's got the Glasgow going. He was working on the Itsy Bitsy I saw on Twitter this morning at 4:30 in the morning. I was browsing. Hello Martin, tell us about the CHARMHIGH saga. Oh really? No, I don't need to say. I've got plenty of videos about the CHARMHIGH saga. Let's just say nothing's changed. They're still not honouring their word. So, yeah, they're just going completely dark on me. So, yep. Mark wants to meet Teddy and Nip Nip. Nip, not Nub Nub, Nip Nip. Let's all get a beer, coffee, beverage and settle in. Yes, let's settle it in. Will you buy another pick and place machine? I will. I will at some point be getting another pick and place machine. I needed to print stuff this morning, but I decided not to because of the noise. I probably should have, though. No, the CHARMHIGH's not been magically fixed by Pixies. In fact, I'm just finding more and more wrong with it. So the whole gantry is not straight, and there's movement on the right-hand side. It's yeah, there's a gap, and I can't. Other than the way they've assembled it, other than taking the whole X gantry off, including the whole pick and place head and everything, I can't seem to find a way to fix it. So if you bring the whole gantry forward, so it's flush with the front of the machine, the left-hand side is on the machine touching, and the right-hand side there's a gap, and you can jiggle it. You can go, well, let's see if you can hear this. Whoops. Sorry, I just squeaked my thing. Okay, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but oh, it's all the way down the back. Hang on. Just going to move it forward. Okay, so we're all the way at the front. I know you can't see it, but that's okay. Okay, listen to this. Can you hear that? That is how much it wobbles on the right-hand side. So it's not straight. Like it's locked on the left, and it knocks on the right. Like it's on linear rails. It's just a piece of shit. I just keep finding more things. So I've been trying to track down why it's skipping, and I can't find anything loose. Mechanically, I cannot find anything that's loose on the machine that needs to be tightened. And yeah, yeah. And I've just had all weird things. I mean, I haven't turned it on for 3 days. Like I don't want to touch it right now. I use it if I have no choice, but otherwise, no, not touching it. But the other day I turned it on. Well, not the other day, like I don't know what, 4 days ago, whatever. Last time I did Tiny Picos. Flynn, stop, buddy. I'm going to say that language, but Flynn's not going to say that language. So the other day I turned it on, and you know, like as I've explained before, it homes itself by going to the very front left and then goes back again, and so it comes forward first before it makes it to the left because of the difference in distance, and it's just going as it moves along the X. Like it's only happened once. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on from the pick and play. So I've got bits of news before we start. I've got bits of news. So the first bit of news is, let me switch. I have finally transitioned this is unexpectedmaker.com. I finally transitioned my Tiny Pico store my shop to an Unexpected Maker shop. So I now have all of my products that I'm currently selling on unexpectedmaker.com/shop. So one place where you can buy all my stuff and not have to buy in different places and then have to pay shipping twice, which is a pain. So, like, you can buy a Reflow Master and a Tiny Pico from the same place. How cool is that? So that's live. I finally transitioned everything over. So there's no more tinypico.com/shop. You can click on buy still, and that'll list all the places you can buy Tiny Picos from. But instead of being the Tiny Pico shop, there's now the Unexpected Maker shop, which takes you here. One-stop shopping, exactly, Kevin. That's exactly it. It was just, I had stuff everywhere. I still sell on Tindy, but this was a bit of work to transition over because I had to do it manually. So I use Squarespace because I had enough of building my own websites. Says the guy who's building my parts. But I used to build all my websites by hand, but no, Squarespace, don't care anymore. But they've got their tool to copy data from one site to another site doesn't work properly. Well, I couldn't get it to work properly, so I had to do it all manually. So that's the first bit of news. The second bit of news is my Whoppers. There are stacks of people waiting for Whoppers. Stacks, which is crazy. And though I've had a hiccup, which I'll tell you all in a minute, I am finally releasing Whoppers. I'm actually going to release the Whoppers right now. I'm going to release 40 Whoppers, which is nowhere near enough. I'm releasing them on Tindy though, because the wait list is on Tindy. So I'm going to go right now. I'm not going to show you me doing this because that means you can see my Tindy maintenance area, admin area, which is not good. But I'm going to put 40 Whoppers in stock. Release the Kraken. Here we go. And done. 40 Whoppers. And most of them are kitted up. I've actually got all the bags are kitted, and I'm starting to pre-pack all of the so inside these tubes there's the 3D printed case and the PCB and the acrylic and everything else is all in there. So yeah, it's exciting. So the hiccup is really frustrating. Tindy takes a percentage like everyone does, but Tindy's percentage is quite reasonable. There's obviously a payment gateway charge, which is again quite reasonable, like less than what I pay for Stripe. See, Peter. Yes. Yeah, I started moving everything over to Shopify, but Shopify is really expensive, comparatively. But it's got some features that I don't have in Squarespace that I would really like on the commerce side, but we'll see how I go. I can always move it over to Shopify later. You don't ship to Canada from Tindy? I do ship to Canada. Let me just... so shipping is still a problem, right? Hang on, maybe I haven't... Oh wait, I might not have set up my shipping. Hang on a second. 1 second. Oh no, that really sucks. Okay, just hold on one moment. Oh, I knew I was going to make a mistake. I shouldn't have done it live. I shouldn't have done it live. I think I'm only going to do Express Post. Right, I didn't set up my Whopper. There we go. So I've got Whopper Express Post. I don't know if I want to do Standard Post. I'm not sure I can do Standard Post. Because Standard Post right now is 8 to 10 weeks. If it gets there at all. Hey, right, okay. Yeah, Lixie, we try to keep it family friendly if we can. Yeah, let's try to keep the language nice. I have to text on your YouTube message, it still links the Tiny Pico store. Does it? Okay. Yeah, this is a wow. Disaster. Disaster stream. Okay, okay, I've added Express Post, which is expensive. I need to also, that's interesting. I know you can't see what I'm doing, I'm sorry. But I can't really show you this. Can't find it. Right, I also need to change the name. It's not 2 to 3 weeks. It's now 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks for Express Post now. How crazy is that? Hey Ray, how do you deal with shipping outside of your country? Do you have like someone come to you, or do you have to go to the post? I do a mix of sending via post and I use a company called Sendle, which do DHL e-commerce, but it's unreliable right now. It's really slow, which is why I don't know if I want to hold on one moment. Sorry folks, I'm doing it all live. I need to check that if I can send it in a certain way. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave it unexpected. I might have to leave it just Express Post for now. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it just Express Post for now. I'm not gonna risk sending them any other way. Sorry about that. That did not go as smoothly as I expected. It did not. So the hiccup that I was going to say is my Whoppers use. Let me just switch the camera. So my Whoppers use the Ht16 K33. Whoop. No, we've got no picture. Interesting. No picture updating. Okay, we do now. Let's try that again. So it uses the Ht16 K33 LED drivers. But these are now discontinued. You can't buy them anymore. Holtec are not making them. They're actually designing a different chip. They don't even have the 3.3s or the 2.3s. They pretty much killed off their whole range of these chips. So that makes it really hard for me to ship Whoppers when I can't source these. So LCSC don't have, I can't find them anywhere. LCSC actually spoke to Holtec for me. Holtec, whatever they're called. Actually rang them and spoke to them to find out what's going on. And yeah, they said that there isn't any more. So I don't want to change the board design because it's crazy, and I've got a whole bunch of PCBs already made. But I'll tell you what happened. So there's a guy I buy a lot of stuff from AliExpress. Mainly all my RGB stuff, right? And someone that I've been buying from ages. I get on really well with. I always do DHL with him. He always looks after me, and he's always done really fantastic stuff. The camera's glitching. Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Yeah, an error just popped up. It says I'm sending 6K kilobytes per second, no drop frames. There could be an internet error. Let me see if I can stop and start streaming again. Hold on. Right, yeah, I can actually see an error inside the YouTube console. It could just be bad internet here at the moment. So, okay. So this guy I deal with in AliExpress, I pinged him, so I've got an order coming to me that he was going to ship yesterday. Reels of APAs. And so I contacted him and said, hey, can you see if you can find anyone that's got these chips? The problem is, you know, I need originals. Like, I'm not prepared to buy anywhere just off AliExpress and get fake chips, right? The bench camera was flickering. Okay, I'll check that out in a second. Thank you, everyone. So, and the other thing was I didn't want to buy from AliExpress and have to wait 10 weeks or see if they even turn up or not, right? So, anyway, he went and did some looking and then came back, you know, like 4 or 5 hours later, and he'd found a place, looks like, with original chips that I can buy. No worries, Lixie Labs. I appreciate it. Fred's got a heavy hammer. My moderators, they do a really good job of stomping. So, all good, mate. All good. So, he was going to ship me 10 of them, just so I can check them and make sure that they're okay. But I thought I'm just going to risk it, and I ordered 100 off him. And yeah, if they're no good, then that's on me. But if they're good, then I've got another 100, and I can, you know, ship a whole bunch more Whoppers, making a whole bunch more Whoppers. So I just want to see one other. Sorry, none of this is running smoothly this morning. I just want to see something. Hold on. I might have another way that I can send Whoppers that isn't Express to make it a bit cheaper. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to get on to doing some PCB design, or talking about the test jig, I think. Because that's what everyone wants. That's what everyone came here for, right? Test jig. Is it sec time? What was that for, Arturo? Thank you. What was that for? Hey, Mindflare Retro. So where did you want it to go? Canada. Canada. Okay, I'm going to turn on What's everyone do? What's this? Is sec time? Johnny, what's going on? Hey Roger, hi to anyone I haven't said hi to, by the way, that popped in. Having a really rough start to the stream. Okay, I'm going to turn on standard shipping. People are just going to have to realize it's going to take a while to get there. Okay, so there's now the cheaper option of shipping as well. Came for the bulk health check, but staying for the PCB work. Yes, all my bulbs are still there, still working. Okay, shipping's back up. Wow, sorry about that, folks. That was a mishap. I should have checked that first before I went live. Okay. And I've already sold a few. Yay! Okay, so back to let's go to. Wow, I'm tired. Okay, I need to close that. And no, let's go back to here. So yeah, that is glitching, isn't it? Wow. Let's get to turn it off and back on again. Yeah, that is terrible. I don't know how I'm going to fix this. Wow. I just unplugged my cam link and plugging it back again. What? Hey guys, thank you heaps. Thanks heaps for the super chats, but I don't even understand it. What is sec time? No, look at that. That is... Wow. Let me restart OBS. Oh god. It's one of those days. I knew I should have stayed in bed. Should have stayed in bed. Okay, I'm going to restart OBS. Back in a moment. Okay, I might be back. I hope I'm back. What's everyone... So I understand what sec is, like Swedish chrono, whatever it's called. I get that. I don't understand why people are super chatting it. Thank you, everyone. Wow. So that's still no good. I don't know what it is. There's nothing. I mean, other than my Raspberry Pi, there's nothing interfering with the cable. Nothing near the cable at all. Yeah, that's really... I don't know what that is. Oh, Rota, Eric. Rota, thank you very much. Eric, thank you very much. Dave Darko, thank you. Bruce, thank you. Henrik, thank you. Mark, thank you. Johnny, thank you. Arturo, thank you. Lixie Labs, all of you, really awesome. Really appreciate it. It's COVID camera. It's going to make it very hard to show anything. Okay, you know what? Well, I was just going to tell you all that my test jig, get my hands out of the way, is working really well. And not that you're going to be able to see anything because it's not updating properly. I've even got the battery working. You might get to see if it's flashing. You may get to see, if it doesn't flicker, a little message where it checks the battery. So you'll see very briefly the power light will go off in a moment when it does its tests. So there, VBAT test, there you go. So it turns the battery on, turns the power light off, turns the 5 volts off, and then checks it and then turns it back on again. So it's doing a full test now. Thanks, Kelsey. Sec on sec on sec. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with my camera. So I think we should just go and we should design some PCBs. I think we should design some PCBs. So yeah, I'm just going to launch Eagle. The test jig plugged into the same computer, perhaps that's where... No, the test jig is wireless. It's a Raspberry Pi. I mean, I can shut it down and move it, but I really don't think that's it. Sudo shut down now. Sudo. Sorry, not sudo. I'm always gonna say sudo. It's never gonna be sudo. Ever, ever. Thank you, Philippe. No, it's not my mobile phone. It's not connected. Let me just load this up. Okay, that's shut down. Move the Raspberry Pi away. Pretty sure it's not it. Let me just go back to here. Yeah, no, it's not the Raspberry Pi. It's unplugged, turned off. Ah. Wow. It's just one of those days today. That's it. It's just one of those days. So I think we're going to start with the feather board. Okay. So I'm just getting OBS set up. What's going on? Okay, I'm just going to turn off. So what about that? Yeah, that's also busted there as well. Very weird. Okay, has the camera just been in the same room as the CHARMHIGH too long? Possibly. Whoa, more super chats. Enwy. Wait a sec. That's funny. Thank you so much. Fred, thank you. Julian's thinking you're buying a CHARMHIGH. Julian, if it wasn't for lockdown, I would fly over there right now and slap you across the face. Do not buy a CHARMHIGh. Do not buy a CHARMHIGh. Okay. So I don't even have a camera. I can... So you all know what my feather looks like, right? Yeah, let's just go big just for a second. I can't believe I don't... Hang on, I'm just gonna... 1 second. I'm gonna just look at some settings. Because I don't know... Yeah, nothing's changed on my settings, unless it's on my camera. Let me just check the back of my camera. I'd really like to be able to use my camera right now. It would be really, really handy. I'm going to see maybe if I stuffed up my capture settings. Like maybe it's something to do with some setting I set up on my camera that I didn't know about, that I forgot. But I don't think so. I really don't. Buying the company. What am I buying? Let's buy CHARMHIGH altogether and make them great again. I'm not sure they were ever great. But... Okay, how's this? I changed my frame rate. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Hello! How's that? Like my creepy hand? Okay, maybe. Maybe. Is that looking okay for everyone? So I changed my camera from 1080p to 4K. Yeah, I don't think we can buy CHARMHIGH. So, okay. So there's a problem with this, which we need to talk about. and I don't know if I could be bothered trying to fix it. Before we do, I bodged the little... Remember I had the LED on the wrong way round from last stream? So the LED for this stat light wasn't lighting up. But it is now because I bodged it. I had to go to ground instead of going to V-bus. And I had the LED the wrong way around. So I've actually fixed this on a second version of this PCB, but I'm not going to make a new board. I don't think I'm going to. But what I did do, just very quickly, is I've got this working better. The in and out. It's not fantastic. It's not fantastic, but much easier, if you saw that. And how did I do that? Well, I'm glad you asked. What I did was, I printed another version of my soldering jig, but it just clips onto the back. And what it does is kind of straightens the pins. It's not perfect. You can maybe see that there are some pins still, if I can focus. I'm on autofocus, aren't I? I am. So you might be able to see that some of the pins are still a bit wonky. No, please don't do a Peter Lorre. Peter Lorre. What impression did I do that was his? Michael loves bodging. Anyway, now I've lost my train of thought. They're still not great. They still have a bit of sideways movement, but it's much easier to get the nanos in and out. So I'm happier, but it's still terrible. So I don't think I'm going to make another daughter board. But there's a problem. So the Raspberry Pi doesn't boot when the daughter board's plugged in, and I don't know why. So it's something to do with one of the daughter board being on one of the I/O, that the I/O can't be touched when the Pi boots. I don't think I'm going to make another daughter. No, I'm not. I'm done with the... Yaz and I are done with the kids department. Let me tell you. Yeah, the pins are way straighter, Paul. They are, but it's still not good. It's still quite fiddly to get in, but much better than before. Do I want to do hundreds of them like this? Well, I don't know. I don't even know if the pins will last hundreds. So I need to work out what I/O it doesn't like me touching. So if I plug the power in now, it'll turn on. It'll look like it's booting, but I won't be able to SSH to it. But if I take out the daughter board, I have to reboot it, then I can SSH to it. Once I've SSH to it, once it's booted, I can put the daughter board in and it's fine. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so I need to now make a daughter board for my Feather, which I have my next set of boards being... Well, they're actually done. They're at JLC at the moment. And I've got my next revision of my ProS2, which is the version that needs to be RF matched. That is also coming in the next batch from JLC PCB. And my production nanos are coming. And let me quickly show you this, because this is exciting. It's exciting for two reasons. Firstly, I'm going to lose a lot of money on it. And I'll show you why. If I can find the screen. So, there we go. So, I had to panelize my nanos myself. So we can get it bigger so you can see. So this is my nano panel, which I had to do myself because I worked out with JLC PCB ages ago about how this was going to get panelized. Might be a bit hard to see. Let me just do this. Might be easier to understand. There we go. How this was going to get panelized, because there's 3 sides of castellations and not a lot of space for mouse bites. Definitely not according to their spec. Penalised. I've been penalised. So this is what I came up with, and they agreed this is not a problem. And so I finally got around to getting these made, and they've come back to me and said, oh, sorry, we no longer penalise boards that are castellated on more than 2 sides. You're going to have to penalise it yourself. So I've never penalised before, and so I did, and it was quite a pain, because obviously Eagle doesn't have penalisation tools. Hey, Colin. So anyway, I did it, but if I got anything wrong on this, it's going to be a problem. I mean, this board, this is costing me over $200 to get made, to get 20 panels made. Thanks, Alex. So that's $200 US. So it's an expensive test, but if I get it right, then I've got nano panels. Yay! And if I don't get it right, then yeah, I'm gonna have to do it again. So that's exciting. Eagle doesn't have penalisation. A new KiCad didn't. No, Eagle doesn't. And it may not ever get, because I think the work they're doing for all the penalisation stuff is going into Fusion, not into Eagle. I don't think it's going to get ported backwards. I keep getting sex. I know, Julian, that's crazy. And there's a gag in there, and I don't know what the gag is. I'm really appreciative of everyone who's doing it, but I don't quite get I know what the sec is in terms of currency. I don't know what the gag is. Send it over and we can penalise it in Altium. Yeah, that doesn't help me. Anyway, so that's exciting. So I've got these coming. And I penalised it and I submitted it, and then JLC PCB wouldn't make it. Oh, even though they've made them before. So the castellated edges, I was using a 0.5mm drill, which I've got on my existing boards, right? I mean, you've seen the board I just flashed on the test jig. It's got 0.5mm drills on the castellated edges, which is the standard drill size for a 1.27mm pin header. They've come back saying to me that it has to be 0.6. And I said, but you did 0.5 for me already, and it's no problem. They said, if we do 0.5, there's a risk of it getting scratched. They wouldn't tell me what scratched meant. And if it gets scratched, then it's my problem, and they won't replace it. But if I do it 0.6, and it gets scratched, they'll replace it, because it's their fault. And so after I'd done all this and submitted everything, I had to go back and change all of my drills to 0.6, which doesn't sound like an issue, except I had to do it on the panelized board. I didn't want to repanelize it. Anyway, who knows what's going to happen with it? I'll find out soon. What did I just miss? Family friendly. Yes, it's sick. If that's the gag, well, there you go. Maybe it's a naughty word joke. It could be. Totally could be. Yeah, okay. We should let one go. All good, but can you flip every other column so then at least you have 2 stuck together? No, because then I can't pick and place them. How do I pick and place? I mean, the Neoden can pick and place rotated boards, absolutely. The CHARMHIGH is stupid. The CHARMHIGh can't pick and place that way, penalise it, unless I don't use their penalising system on the CHARMHIGh and I literally send all this to the pick and place machine as one board. But then I can't, like, if it's one board, it then will pick and place them all. It can't do them in order, right? Switching the drill file took 1 second, James. I grabbed all the, so it's a this whole section here, the castellated edges is a footprint. It's a part. So I just went to the part, I duplicated it first, and then modified the part. Done, fixed. The problem was it changed my routing and accessibility for my for the different layers. So I had to go back and check every single one and make sure that everything was still connected fine. That was all. It was a pretty drastic change to make when I had a very short window to get the file replaced, and it's a very expensive board. But let's see what happens. I mean, with a smaller drill diameter, it can tend to go wobbly on the board edge and scratch up the plating on the flat bits. Now, I think they're talking about that the inside, the actual cancellation, that it could get damaged. At 0.5, they can't guarantee that it won't get ripped, or they call it scratched. I think that's what they're saying. And at 0.6, they'll guarantee it won't, or if it does, they'll fix it. So for a board this expensive, I wasn't going to risk, even though they made them for me last time and they're fine, and they've done it for me multiple times now, I wasn't prepared to take that risk, so I just changed it. PCB making requires a lot of machines. It does. Eagle can do basic penalization with script note. Yes. So I wrote a script. Well, I took the SparkFun script and I redid it to suit me. So this started off penalized by that, but then I had to, but their script can't do any of the routing and mouse bytes. Well, it doesn't do mouse bytes at all. Adafruit have a version that they added mouse bytes for, but this is, okay, I'll show you how this was done. This is actually interesting. So I had to build it like this. This is what the board looks like that gets panelized. This was the important bit because I can't add. Looks very Christmassy. yeah, it does. Christmas in July. Because I can't add mouse bytes through the panelizing system, and even if I could, I can't add them the way I need them. I had to build the board like this with the mouse bytes already on there, and then panelize it like it was going to get V-scored, but don't put the V-scores in, right? So all these bits join up to each other. Then I had to go and actually manually delete all of these board edges to get them to join up. So once it was panelized, there was quite a bit of handwork to do it, unfortunately. Hey, Alan. So, but I did it. It's done. They're on the way, and if they work, I will have production boards for my Nano, which is exciting, but I'm still going to probably hand assemble them and not do them on the pick and place machine. I'm in PCB limbo, more worrying about the last few bits of this schematic than the routing. Yeah. So let's get back to let's try to get focused. It's been almost an hour and I've done nothing except I have technical difficulties and rambling. So we're going to do the feather board first. So this is a version of my Nano one, an earlier version. And then Julian comes here for the rambling. I come here for the rambling. I don't mind the rambling. I ramble a lot. Apparently, Acrobatic reckons I'm the Robert Jordan of rambling. He seems like I can't tell if that's a compliment or an insult. He seems to think it's a compliment, but I'm not so sure. So I don't know if any of you remember, ages ago, I set up, yes, being live on YouTube improves productivity 100%. I recommend it to everyone. I set this up where I've got the board and I've got the headers for the feather and I've got the headers for my ProS2. So I'm currently in the feather version. Yeah, so I'm just going to, doesn't really matter, I don't need that. Don't like how Adafruit have this, the center of their pins in the middle. Anyway, whatever. So this is going to be a bit trickier than my Nano, because I also have to think about how this is going to work mechanically, because these are going to be Pogo pins, right? So let's go to Schematic. So I don't need my Tiny Pico tester. And there is no USB on this one, because the USB is on the board itself. Yeah, I still haven't used JLC PCB assembly. I've just not had the need for it yet, to be honest. And I want to do stuff myself. Okay, so also don't like how the numbers start all the way back there, but I'm going to have to work out. So I need all the feather numbering, my feather numbering, so I can line them all up. What I should do, I know what I can do. I have an idea. Check this out. I've got my pin out, yay, on my store for my boards that I'm out of stock on. Okay, so I don't know if I can get all this on the screen at the same time though. Probably not. I want everyone to be able to see. Can everyone see that? Hopefully. Oops. Not that one. Okay, so now they're obviously back to front. But that's okay. So you see they got where the numbering starts from? That's really annoying. But is the water organic? Organic water. Dehydrated water. Just add water. So they're starting at 1 and 1. I should really turn them around. Whoop. Not allowed outside. What? Because I'm rotating it, it puts it halfway outside and it doesn't like that. Interesting. Yay, eagle. Okay, so at least they're starting 1 and 1 is at the top now. Okay, 1 and 1 at the top. So now there is a thing in Eagle where I can say breakout pins, all pins, and use default. Yay. Breakout pins, default. Put them on that side. What am I missing in chat? Anything I'm missing in chat? So now I've got to rename these. Oops. Okay, so this is reset. Oops. But I don't know. I'm going to just do them all, but I don't know if I'm going to connect them all. So it's going to have to be 3v3. I think it's sense. No, what have I called it? Or just 3v3. Okay. 3v3. And this is IO5. 10 by 12. What are we talking about? JLC SMT, there are no USB connectors. Yeah, I'm quite surprised that there's still a major lack of connectors with JLC PCB assembly. I find that quite surprising still, like how many people can even get stuff done. Okay, ground, and that's GPIO 17. GPIO 18. Now, some of these pin numbers have changed on my production boards. 1711. Should just copy. No, it's not 17. What did I just say? 17, 18, 13. So that's 12 and 6. It should be GPIO 0, not 5 on pin 2. Oh yeah, I looked at, that was a pin number. Thank you. Thank you very much, Simon. This may be of use for the building issue useful snippets in that thread. Awesome, thank you, Rob. I'll put that in a new window and save it for later. Thank you. Okay, so 12, 6, 5, 36, 5. Oh, something else I've done is I changed the labels, obviously, on my new production boards for my Feather to SDI and SDO. So, yeah. Would have been bad if I'd forgotten to do that, I think. It's 37, 44, 43. And this is 3v3. Oh, why does that say GPIO 21? That shouldn't be on that. That's wrong. That's not a GPIO. Damn. 3v3 2. I need to fix that. That's a mistake. Whoopsie. Live bug finding, yeah. That's really annoying I did that, because all the cards got printed that way. So they've all gone out that way. Bummer. The quality control in this place is terrible. Really terrible. Insert card. Wow, I can't believe I did that. Oh, no, I didn't. So, right, the cards went out like this. I fixed it on the cards. Let me just double check I fixed it on the cards. Oh, who I fixed it on the cards. Specs, pinouts. I did, okay. It's not on the card that I printed, that I supplied. Yes! It's just on the the image on the website. Yeah, it's got a physical card. These are the cards. Okay, that's good. So I just need to fix it on the website. I can't remember what image it's using on the website. It must be this one. Oh, that one doesn't even have the ambient light stuff. Okay, interesting. Well, let's fix that. File, export. the lowercase en. Yeah, I don't like that, but that's Adafruit's thing. That's what they do. So I kept it the same. Let's get this a bit smaller. I don't remember what size I did the image here. Does it show me what size the image is? No, it doesn't. One second. I'm going to update this live. I'm going to do it. I need to do it now. Otherwise I'm going to forget. And then it's going to be really frustrating. I need to redo the boards anyway in black. And as I mentioned, the pins have changed slightly. Because Espressive chose different pins for their... Hang on. Board layout 2. Yep, okay. Full size. Different pins for I2C than what I chose. So... Wow, I've been getting to see this live. How cool is that? Layout 3. Okay. I'll update the website in a moment or later. But I've exported that, which is good. So, what did I miss in chat? Anything? I mean, instead of loading Affinity, you could have looked at a physical card. Oh, I don't have any physical cards left. I only printed enough to ship out the boards that I had. Because, yeah, that's... I'm moving on to the next board. Okay, so, this side. So this is VBAT. And that's enable. And that's 5 volts. And that is GPIO 11. 10. Right, this is where it's changed. So I need to remember what I did. Are there only 25 left? Really? Holy moly. I hope these new chips that come are the right chips. Because, as in they're not fake. Otherwise that's it. I'm out of whoppers. Indefinitely. Okay, I need to just check what my new pins are. Can't remember. I've got a lot of 3D printing coming up. Okay. PeterS2. Feather. Ooh, okay, so quite different. So that is actually 14. That is 12. This is 6. This is 5. I had to shuffle quite a few things around to get I2C in the correct spot based on the pins that they chose. ESD, I didn't mention ESD. Who mentioned ESD? 37. And then this is RX Oh no. I'm an idiot. I'm using the wrong side. 7 to 18. Oh, okay. I was putting one side on the other side. Okay, let's try this again. 17, 18, 14, 12, 6, 5, 36, 35, 37. Right, that's actually going to be RX. That's TX. Okay. Better. Now, this side. And USB, that's 11, 10. Okay, that is 7. That is 3. So I'm doing this based on my new, so I might as well get rid of this. I'm doing this based on my new board layout. This is 1. $38, $33. Yes, I know there's a lot of I/O that are not in order, but this is the feather layout, what I had to adhere to. Okay, so now interestingly, on here I call everything I/O, and here I made everything GPIO. Oh my gosh. Anyone want to shoot me yet? Let me know when we're having fun, please. Mass replace labels. Well, then maybe, but I don't know how I'd mass replace these, because, and keep like a mass rename. Yeah, then I don't know. I've never looked, to be honest with you, and I probably should. But by the time I find it, I think this will be quicker. Except it's making my eyes dizzy. Whoa. Okay. We take a vote. Could be worse. We could watch you code my parts. Oh, that's nasty. I've been doing a bit of coding in the last few days, actually. Definitely a mixed camp between people that like and dislike coding. Definitely on a stream or a video. I know some people like it. Sometimes fix things in the actual PCB source file. Yeah, so do I. Like sometimes I'll fix things in Eagle layout, board file, whatever. Especially if I'm switching layers on a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so obviously I have to work out I have to now change the order of the other ones. Really annoying. Okay, so I have no idea why I'm working on such a small screen now. I'm leaving the ProS2 ones in there for now, because I'll then duplicate this accordingly. So I've got one down the bottom here and one up the top. That's not annoying at all. VBAT. And VBAT's down there. Okay. I'm just going to put them the correct direction. I think that's the correct direction. So I guess this is going to be IO11 because I've got to line up preferably. IO10, IO7, IO3, IO1. Lucky I only have to do this once. IO33, IO9, IO8. And these should all be not connected. How many IO have got this side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, okay, fine. Good, good, good. So they're not connected. So they should all line up now, except for VBAT and EN, 5 volt. Oh, they're on the other side. Well, that was a bad idea. Oh, I shouldn't do stuff like this on a stream, really. Really shouldn't do stuff like this on a stream. That's actually this side. And this is this side. Holy moly. So, VBAT's down there, I know that, but an EN and 5 volts. So IO11, so 18 becomes 11. Which makes this back to front again. We'll get there, folks, I promise you. Once I get my orientation right. So that should be 11, that should be 10. IO7. Could have kept the rename pins, cloned the header, deleted the old one. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. 7. Three. 1. 38. $33. IO9. IO8. Hello. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to do that many pins. So, do they line up? Yes, they do. Those. Okay. 208 pins, that's crazy. It's like pick up sticks, drop them enough times and they'll all line up eventually. Yeah. It's can't say my head's in a great place to do this today, but okay, reset and VBAT are at the same side. So then this one is Io17, Io18. Let's just check that they line up. Yep, 17, 18. Good. Io14, 12, Io6, oops, that should be Io5, Io36, is that 37? No, 35. Of course it is. 37, RX, TX, and that's it. Oh, and no, that's not true. I need to connect the 3.3. No, that goes to there. Okay. Yep. Yep, that's right. I think that's right. Doing a lot more work than I'm doing. Who's doing a lot more work? Not me. I'm not doing any work. I am just spinning my wheels. Okay. Let's get rid of all these. So that should be nice and neat-ish. Okay. So this should be nice and routable. Auto out for the win. Hey Zero himself. It's okay, you've got other things on your mind. Understandable. Actually, that's 10 is okay for this because this is just a sense. Okay. Ground and ground. Oh, IO0. Forgot IO0. Ah! You've got to be kidding me. I forgot IO0 over here. Oh. No, I don't want to delete this. See, really nice. There used to be a way to break the traces. Like where you could move this. I could grab this and move it and break it off. So I could then drop it down. But I can't find out how to do that. Does anyone know where the break has gone? It used to be up here in the move tool. I don't want to delete it. Oh, I could always delete it and replace it. Just need to know what the position is. Just press M. Don't need to rename all the pins. I need to rename some of the pins. 78 346. 78 346. I can just do this. Yeah, 78 346. Yeah. Still annoying. Very annoying. But yeah, I can now grab these, move them up one, and put this back. I'm sure I could write a script to do that. Of course, these will all be wrong. Whoop, that one. Okay. Hello, Flynn, again. Okay. Don't even know if I want reset connected. Yeah, why not? Okay. Did you find a book for Flynn yet? Did I find a book? Which book were we talking about? Was it a making book? I'm gonna run out of space here. Could have started it later, I guess. With the cheapest chat, yeah, I can't. I haven't looked, Mark, to be honest with you. Might have been a little preoccupied. Lucky we've got another layer. Okay, 5 volts. Again, this is only a sense pin, but I'll still do it. 12. EN. How are we going to test EN? I can't really test EN because if I shut down the LDO on the board, then I lose access to the board and it's got to reboot. So I don't really want to do that. But yeah, I don't know how we're going to do that. Okay, so preoccupied with what? So, okay, I mean that's basically it for the FeatherS2 tester. Ground will just hook up to ground. Might as well just do it. And I can get rid of D plus and D minus because they are not getting used. So what I need to work out is, let me just go back to here. So with my with this current tester, obviously I need to build some more tester boards, right? This tester I chose to put female headers on the board and male headers here to connect it. I'm thinking the whole idea was this could come off, right? But that extra height is going to be a problem, because when the daughter board's on, there needs to be another row of female headers on here for where the feather goes that has Pogos in them. Kind of like this, right? Which means this is going to be sitting, if I just take this off for a second, if we pretend this is the daughter board, those Pogos are going to be sitting really high. That's where the testing is going to happen, right? So like my tiny Pico goes on there for testing, which means the area that has to clamp, that I can put the lever down, is going to be sitting up here, really, boom, really high. So ideally I want to lower this. So what I could do is not have any headers here at all, right? And just put the daughter board directly in. Obviously there's some chips here. I'm going to have to make clearance for that. Put some Kapton or something. I can save some header height here, but it's not a huge amount. But it'll save something. Does everyone understand what I'm talking about? So this is my Tiny Pico test jig. The Tiny Pico goes in here. There are Pogo pins in there, right? And goes in there and then gets clamped down. Now, I soldered these Pogos directly into the board. The problem is, if the Pogos break or get damaged, which has happened, I've had to pull the whole thing apart, desolder them, replace the Pogos. So I don't want to do that with this. I want to be able to just put the Pogos in the headers like this, and then if there's a problem, I can just take a Pogo out. Like you can even see here, maybe, this, let me see if we can get closer. This Pogo is sitting short. There we go. See that Pogo sitting short? Because the spring inside's broken. So that's happened to me a few times on my test jigs. Like to get that out on my test jig is a nightmare, but here I could just pull it out and put a different Pogo pin in. The low profile headers won't help me, because it doesn't matter how tall the header is, the Pogos are still going to only plug in a certain length and then stick out that far. So the height of the header itself won't matter. Now, another option I was thinking of, and this is an interesting option, except I don't have any singles. Not that one. Let me find something and I'll show you an idea I had. But it means I'm going to have to change my daughter board quite a bit. Now, I don't have any single rows of these, but I've got doubles, right? So let me grab a daughter board. If I just grab one of my nano daughter boards, level is not a feature. SMD headers with holes in the board. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? So forget about what this is. But if the daughter board, if this technically was on the bottom, right, and the holes went through the board, then the Pogos could fit this way from underneath. So it could be like this. Let's assume it's not the outside row, let's assume it's the inside row. But I could put a Pogo in like that. If that makes sense. The problem is it'll fall through the bottom at some point. See that? So I'd have to plug the bottom. But that could give me quite a low profile for the Pogos and still mean that I can pull them in and out. That makes sense? Mount the daughter board to the bottom, pointing upwards. Better height is... Mount the daughter board at the bottom. The bottom of what? Sorry. I can't put the daughter board underneath this. How did the pins go through? Hi Yaz. What the offspring has been saying. Panic. Flynn's been mostly behaving himself this morning. Make a hole for the pins to go through. Right, no, the pins go through the pins go through this. I'd have to redesign this whole bottom board as well. Right? I mean, the pins go right through here. So that's not going to work. This underneath thing will work. The problem is I don't have single row. But I can have it so it goes... Wish I had one. Like the inside row can be ignored. So there could be... So it'd be like this. So if this was the underneath, there'd be 2 rows like this. This is the underneath, yeah? Where the outside row is the ones that where the holes are, and the inside row is just being ignored. Does that make sense? Wait, I've got a better idea. There must be a part that I can find. Bet you Spark Fun will have one. 10 by 2 SMD. Is there a 10 by 2 SMD? No. Are there any SMD? Need any SMD, something by 2. Here we go. 6. That's fine. These are 6. But if I did, so I'd line up like this. Oops. Assuming that there's enough pad space. Not really. Damn. So that's a problem. What? Sick burn? Sion, do you set too much pressure on the Pogo pins? I've never seen Pogo pins go bad on all the test jigs I've made, even the ones that gets used more than 300 times per hour. No, there's not a lot of pressure here. Hang on. And I've only had a couple of bad pins. I mean, there's really not a lot of pressure. If I can focus. There's hardly any pressure at all. Like, that's open. Right? And that's closed. Like, it's really... Like, I can push that heaps. So, no, it's not a pressure thing. It's... I don't know, maybe they're just cheap, crappy Pogos. I mean, they're pretty thin. Maybe that's part of the problem. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm sure the quality of them, they're cheap alley ones. Coffee. Ooh, coffee. Wait, what chat's happening? Flynn wants to come in and say hi. Is that okay? Sure. Come on, Flynn. You can come and say hi. So that's a problem. I don't have enough room. Damn. And even if I found single row ones, it's going to be the same problem. There's not going to be enough room. Shift horizontally by half. Shift horizontal. What do you mean shift? Shift horizontally. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Okay. That's a good idea. So that one. Thanks to Shipu. So what he means is do this so they're staggered. I think the staggered headers here don't help much. I can fix that. Yeah, too slow, Paul. Too slow. Solder them in and make 3. What? So if I put these back to actually I can do it here, non-staggered, because these ones don't need to be staggered. Package, lock, no silk, right, then maybe this will work. Like maybe it will. And it's going to be on the bottom. Not that it makes any difference. So it's going to make it really hard to route though. Extremely hard to route. Not exactly halfway now, it seems. They're not exactly. They're pretty close. I mean, come on. The issue, but they fit now. The issue isn't that. The issue is that, here, I'll get them exactly halfway. Well, the other problem is that this itself is not right in the middle. I don't know how I'm going to route it. And obviously this is the right number. So the Pico pin headers go below the nano ones. So what do you mean? Route them from the top. Sure. Well, that's kind of what I did before. Sensible people. Buy the Pogo receptacles, solder them in. Job down, pins pull out easy. Yeah, I've got receptacle. I do have. I bought some. But they well, firstly I'm going to need different. And you said, yeah, here comes Flynn. Let me just solder them in, job down, but they can't. They've got to go up, not down.
It's warm in here.
Hi, buddy. It is warm in here.
It is.
Hey, it's little Sion. Well, it's really.
I'm not little Sion.
No, okay, you're not little Sion.
And
No, I'm little Sion.
yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
And I saw earlier, before I was on the live stream, I saw someone wanted to see Teddy and Nip Nip. So here they are.
Okay, that's Teddy. No, that's Nip Nip.
And that's Teddy.
That's Teddy.
I got Teddy when I was a baby, and Nip Nip maybe like 6 months or 5 months ago.
Or a year ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah. How's your morning?
Good.
Yeah. Behaving yourself?
Yeah.
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 Good. I'm glad. Everyone's saying hello.
Hello, everybody.
Electron Ash had a Teddy. Still do, don't you, mate? Time is mutable. Mwah, mwah. Okay, you can go back inside.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Did you see that Mum's on the stream?
I did. I said hi. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
You said bye, everybody.
You'll see me on the chat, though.
Okay. Just be nice on the chat.
Okay.
Okay. The receptacles don't. Where are they? Here are the receptacles I got. Zoom out a bit. I don't understand how I can put them upside down. There are also smaller Pogo pins, funnel order. Perhaps you mean shorter ones? It's still going to be too tall though. Yeah, I can get short ones like these receptacles. I don't know which Pogos they're for though, because they're different size. Okay, so that works on that, right? But that receptacle is really tall, and those header pins are too small for it. But even if like it wasn't, I mean that's still pretty tall. Like part of the issue is I want to replace them. So that's not much shorter. It's a little bit, but not much shorter than that. Hang on, let's get one closer. That's not a lot shorter. It's about 4 millimeters, maybe 5 millimeters shorter, using receptacles. I don't understand how I could put them upside down though, because then they won't. Has Flynn seen Tron Legacy? I know, Flynn, he kind of has. He's not really into Tron, unfortunately. Hey, Andre, thank you. Do you have a part number for the Pogo pins? Looking for Pogos that work through holes like that. I don't have a part number off the top of my head. These were all bought from AliExpress. I've got, as you can see, all sorts of different types. I just bought stacks and stacks of them because they're all, you know, I've got conical heads and spear heads and different thicknesses and different heights. Like these are some shorter ones, as you can see, but then there's an issue with the conical head on them. They're too small. They go through the holes on the headers. So, if I remember, I'll stick some Ali links to these in the stream description afterwards. But yeah, I'd have to go through and find them all. I bought them all different times from many different places. Yeah. Philip's head. What? So original, Mark. Your teddy was called Ted. It's people with no imagination. See you later, Dave, Odessa. Thanks for joining. I'm sorry to anyone I haven't said hi to. You're solving an issue that is not likely to experience. Does possibly having to replacing a Pogo pin warrant the mission? Absolutely it does, Chris, because I've had to replace Pogo pins on my Tiny Pico test jigs, and it was an absolute pain in the backside because the whole test jig had to get pulled apart, and I had to desolder, and getting them lined up also, getting them straight and getting them the same height when you're soldering them in is extremely difficult. Just go back and watch my streams when I built my test jigs for the Tiny Pico. So yeah, I'd like this solvable, for sure. It's definitely a problem to solve, I think. But look, ultimately, worst case scenario is I can just, for the first board, I can just solder them on, right? I can just solder them in for the first board But it's a lot of pogo pins we're talking about. My Chetty has not a politically correct name. Okay. Hey John, hello from Brizzy. You need a bigger hole. Yeah, absolutely I need a bigger hole. And I can put bigger holes in. They go in as far as the tip. Yeah, sorry, switch back to here. Yeah, I need bigger hole. So what, who said that? You need a bigger hole. The Embedded Hobbyist, right. So there's a little bit, you might not be able to see, there's a bit of a lip, just about there. So it's supposed to go all the way into that point, and they hang out the bottom. The problem with hanging out the bottom is they're going to touch the chips underneath. So to make it hang out the bottom, wait, where's a board that's got a big hole? Like finding any board that's got a big enough hole to plug this into is really hard. So I know I can get receptacles for smaller Pogos, but this is what I've got. So I need something with a hole in it, a big enough hole that I can push this through to see. None of my headers on any of my things, actually, you know what might have? I need something with a button, something with a, here, these will, right. Here we go. This is my multi-charge board. Right, so this is for screw terminals, these holes. So that fits in like that, which is great. And then the Pogo sits, oh, I got Pogos everywhere. Damn, oh, I'll fix that later. And the Pogo sits like this. Right, so that's really short. The problem with that is, look how far it sits down. I'm still going to need this much clearance, oops, this much clearance so it doesn't hit the components underneath. So it's still sitting pretty high. Maybe not as high, but it's still sitting pretty high. So, you know, because there's circuitry underneath here. But yes, that's definitely an option. And maybe it's the better option. Yeah, I might just do that. Chop off the end. Well, I can't chop off the end because the Pogo goes all the way down. So if you look at the Pogo, oh, there's a little bit of end. I could chop a tiny bit off. But that's what stops the Pogo from falling through. So I can't really. I might be able to shave off 2 millimeters, maybe. Conductive standoff. So if you look at my ProS2, which is narrow, if I can find it, right, the ProS2 is going to sit right in the middle here. So if you look at where the pins are for the ProS2, it's right into the chip here. So I need clearance around the chip. But look, this is definitely doable. I think, yeah, having the receptacle and sitting low is a better option than trying to get these to work. Because I still have the same height problem, not as much. You see that? Like, that's still sitting fairly low. I'd have to elevate the board off. So yeah, okay. Receptacles, Pogos. Not a lot of spring though. I think they're the wrong Pogo. I think they're the wrong Pogos for this. I need to find the right Pogos. Wow, what a mess here. I think there are bigger Pogos. I'm sure I have matching ones. Maybe I don't. And the other option is I buy these. Right, and these are surface mount, a bull. Right, but they don't even, they're too small for these headers. I need thicker ones of these. See, they just go right through. So that's no good. I actually bought these for a different project, which I've never got to. Surprise, surprise. Maybe these will work with the staggered. No. Okay. Anyway. I've now got Pogos everywhere. Let me just clean this up. This is a mess. Right, are these the right ones? Right, I might have found the right ones. I think these don't fit in the headers. No, they don't. They fit in. These fit in here. Right, that's better. Okay, so like this. Okay, I found the right Pogos. So now there's lots of spring. So I think that's the option, which is much shorter than that, as you can see. And I just might have to make the daughter board, when it plugs in, I might have to give it a bit of clearance. Like, you know what I mean? I might have to have an extra spacer. Spacers! Sorry. Like this, just to give it a bit of extra height. So, yeah, that's still not high enough. Oh. It's got to, like, sit up here. Yeah, okay, well, I'll have to use extra long headers. I've got some, actually, hang on. I knew one day I'd find a use for these. I knew. I've got these. So I could... There you go. But that's still sitting really high. Right? Like if that's sitting there. Oops. God, I'm going to move out. That's still sitting really high. Like I still have to build a platform for the lever to go on. So all of this has still left me... I mean, I know I can trim these. Trim them back a bit, but there's still only a little bit of clearance there. There's still 8 or 9 mil clearance. You missed the last link posted in the chat. Which last link? Link. Where's the link? Have you seen these? Okay. Sorry. Ultra low and low profile spring Pogo pins. I have not. I bet they are not going to be cheap. Not going to be cheap at all. But does anyone know where to get them from? Milmax's Ultra. Does anyone have a link that I can buy them from, not from Milmax? Looks like I will keep my test jig set up where the dut is placed beside the controller. Mauser sells them. How much are they on Mauser? Anyone know? RT Lex have similar? I have no idea. I've never seen these before. would assume they're expensive. Julian's got vertigo. How's a test measurement? Open in a new window. Ordered 40 Pogo pins from China. China sends him 40 Pogo sticks. That is funny. That's really funny. Electron Ash. My wallet hates you because I just ordered one of your Whoppers. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the order. I'm sorry. Okay, so what do I want? I don't get a length. Series. Concave, flat, spherical, radius. I don't know. What are we... I'm looking at the Alex catalog and they have a lot of similar. Hey Fabio! Pogos are a brand of corn dog. How many Whoppers are still in stock? I don't know. Let me just quickly switch just in case that opens. It did open the wrong spot. That was good. Wouldn't want to have to go and edit my video, my stream. How many? I use Pogo sticks to wipe the plastic snot off my 3D printer. I think there's a few left still. Wow, I'm gonna have to do a lot of packing though. There's still 21 left. So half of them are left still. That's not bad. 2 hours on the stream and half of them are gone. I was going to release them last night. I'm glad I didn't because I would have messed the shipping up. DigiKey. Yeah, which particular ones? What type of Pogo pins am I using? Oh, I got stacks. They're all conical head. I can't remember what the code is for them anymore because I got too many types, and they're not labelled on the bag. You know, when they send you Pogos like this in a bag and they're not labelled, you kind of forget what they are. Just going back to here. Like I wouldn't even know which ones that I would want. And how do they fit inside? So how do they fit inside the board? Like they look different. This is definitely an interesting option. Contact probes, loose contact. Why is it all in inches? Bloody hell. I'm on Mauser AU and it's in inches. So that one looks like it goes into the board at the bottom. Wow, this is slow. Terrible. Like, how does this go into the board? She spoke about these 2 weeks ago on Desk Gladiator. Okay. So is that end there is supposed to be the bit that goes in, that gets soldered into the hole, and that's the spring? Wow, look how expensive these are. She replaced her coffee cup warmers contacts. Oh, I saw that stream. I didn't watch it. Oh, that video. Like, I saw that she was doing that. I didn't know what it was. I didn't bother watching it, but note that many of them still have a part sticking out the bottom when pressed. Yeah, that it pushes down, right? But how far will it be sticking out? That's the question. I haven't used Pogos just yet. I have some. So what do we want? Are they contacts, pins, or probes? Travel I don't care about. Length. Why is it in inches? Obviously you want short ones. 5mm. Like, how does this... Wait. I didn't click on that. Clicked on that. Those SMD ones are too wide. So these are SMD, are they? Where does it say that these ones are SMD? Type, pins, travel series, height, packaging. Look at the data sheet, there might be a drawing. There's receptacles. What I want is spring-loaded pins. Why is it not letting me... Excuse me. Contact probe, spring loaded with pin with solder cup. Whoa, look at the price. All the 5 hole ones I have solder pin on the base. SMD ones are flat. Right, so I mean this is what I'm expecting. Why is their website so slow? Yeah, I know what you meant. Oh my god. Mauser for the win. But still, I mean these are, look at this, like, that's really expensive. I don't know who Artelex is, so I need somewhere I can buy these locally. I don't want to have to wait. A new window. Yeah, internet is really fast right now. I guess everyone in my house is on the internet. Yeah, I don't want to buy from AliExpress. Yeah, that won't help me. That won't work, Mark. Was that a joke? Yeah, that was a joke. Okay, thanks. How much are the samples? What samples? Sorry, what? I'm frozen. You can't see me? On Milmac's site. Wait, there's so many conversations happening at once right now. So many conversations. Anyway, okay, I'm going to... okay, it's giving me some stuff to look at. I'll have a look. Oh, they have samples on their website. Okay. Paul did a quick and dirty DigiKey search. So, okay, the thing is, I've got a solution. I've got this as a solution, right? You're making them in 14 days. Really? I've got stuff that's still outstanding from 2 months ago. It's obviously got lost. Okay, let me look at those ones that you did. Right, they're surface mount ones though. I don't think I want surface mount. I definitely want to go through hole from a stability point of view. They are pretty cool though. The link is too long to place. Sorry. God, look at these, all these crazy Pogo styles. This one here is basically what I want. Not that I can click on it. N1132, it looks like. N1132. N1132. Of course, this won't come up with anything. Yeah. Pogo. Pogo. Okay, so yeah. Okay, it's giving me stuff to look at. So that's fine. I'll do that. Wow, talk about an unproductive stream today. So I still need to do the ProS2 board. Design that and route that. And yeah. And have a look at why the Raspberry Pi won't boot. Thanks for that link, Rob. I'll have a look at that. Still have old stuff not received, but they were via China Post. Right, so the new stuff's coming through quicker and the old stuff is not. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from buying anything from Ali at the moment, if I can. If I can. Oh my god, I've got Pogo pins everywhere. Receptacles everywhere. Wow, I've made a mess. Serious mess. I'll look at the RT, Lex, whatever they are, stuff. Sorry, I'm just trying to put some of these away. Forget it. I'll do it later. I think you mount them from the underside of the board and the little ridge above the solder holds them in place when you solder the Pogo in place permanently. No, those other ones, if you're talking about these ones, they don't. These are surface mount. Here. Surface mount ones. Unproductive stream, that's what my urologist told me. Okay, well, trying to think, there was something else. Oh, I know what I wanted to do on the stream today. Oh well, I'm not going to get it. Oh, what's the time? I've already been going for 2 hours. I wanted to, I wanted to hot air this off the speaker because I can't get any sound out of it. I've got different buzzers. Call it speaker, it's a buzzer. I have different types of buzzers. I was going to put a different buzzer on, but been going for over 2 hours. I think I'm going to stop. And I don't see why you couldn't through-hole the longer SMD ones, because the holes would be massive. The thickness of the holes, I don't think the thickness of these going into a hole would allow me to do a 0.1 inch header. Like, what's the diameter? It doesn't have the diameter. I mean, that's 2 millimeters at this point. This would be 1.8 millimeters, maybe. Like, that's not leaving a lot of room for a... Like, I don't know if they would... Like, to get a hole big enough to put that in, you wouldn't be able to do a 0.1 inch header. 4.5 millimeters high. Yeah, it's pretty short, but that's okay. Just looking to see if I missed anything in the chat. Student how and okay. Paul got a link to a PDF. Yeah, that's the type I want. Although I think that's too short. I need something that's got more throw. Oh, interesting how they come packaged. But yeah, that's kind of what I need. So that goes into the header. 4 mil, 5.5 high. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna it said the diameter is 1.5 mil. Yeah, that's too wide. Opinion most searched on Discord. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, these are the same. So this is kind of what I need. Okay, thank you. I might have to go this route. That is basically Ellie, that one. Okay. I'd like to buy not from Ellie though still, if I can find them locally. Hey Ian, I'm going to look at my parts box. I might have some. I bought a pile of Pogos a couple of years back. Thanks Ian, appreciate it. At the end of the day, look, if they're expensive, they're expensive. If they work and I don't have to... Like, I'm only building 1 or 2 test jigs of each, right? You know, and I built, I don't know how many thousands of tiny Picos I built with 2 test jigs. So I could probably get away with just 1 test jig for the ProS2 and 1 test jig for the FeatherS2 for now. So it's really only 50 or so, 20, 30, 60 maybe that I need to buy, so it's not a big deal. If one spring fails, you need to replace the whole strip. Oh, these ones, oh, these are on the header strip. Oh, right, they're a strip. Interesting. I'd probably go the individual ones. Don't pay to go cheap. God knows how much of the company money I've spent on pins during the time. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm happy to pay more, and put these on if they work. Absolutely. I don't need that many of them. Bruce said I've got some here. You can mail them 2 months. Sure. That'll probably be how long it takes to get my boards from JLC. You never know. These instead of Frogos. No, they don't work instead of Frogo pins. That's been discussed already. That doesn't work when you got 3 sides of the board. It's got to be Frogo pins. You need the flex. Anyway. I think I'm going to call it, folks. Seems like I just can't do the 2-hour stream. Thank you all for joining. I have no idea how many people we had on the stream today. I wasn't watching. I wish I was, but I wasn't. Thank you to everyone that did a super chat. Thanks for all the sec. I really appreciate it. And I think I'm going to wrap it up and get back to packing and kitting whoppers, because apparently I've got a few of them to send. Woohoo! Sefbot just got a whopper. Cheers. Yeah, so what I've listed on Tindy right now is pretty much all I've got that I can build, unless these new chips that I get from Ali are okay. If they're not okay, I'm done with whoppers unless I redesign the whole board, which I don't want to do. I don't even know what part I'd switch it to, because there is no replacement part. I'd have to completely redesign it with a different type of LED driver. But yeah, so if you do want a whopper, this is it. This is all I've got for the time being. I'll let you know how I go with these new chips when I get them though. Thank you everyone, I really appreciate it. Remember, don't buy CHARMHIGH. That's really bright. But don't buy CHARMHIGH. Just don't do it. Don't support them. Oh, and don't forget, don't forget. I added another video to my playlist yesterday. 2 pieces high current spring loaded Pogo pin connector. Okay, don't need all that. Yeah, no, implementing the Pogos was fine. Just finding a PCB house that will actually mill the holes as you ask them to do it seems to be the problem. Yeah, my playlist. I've got a playlist. For those that don't know what I've got to find it. I definitely want to post my playlist. Just 1 second. Gotta find my playlist. Can everyone remember the... My playlists. Here we go. Copy link. Here we go. This is my Don't Buy CHARMHIGH playlist. I had another video yesterday. Also, just very quickly, I know people have already left. That's okay. YouTube have turned on membership for me on my channel if I want it. I'm curious to know what you all think about me. Hey Jay, bye Jay. About me having membership enabled. I haven't enabled it yet because I'm not sure if it's worthwhile or not. So, yeah, maybe leave a comment in the stream if you think it's worthwhile me turning YouTube membership on or not. Yep, membership would be great. Okay, well, that's a +1 so far. I know many of you don't like Patron much, or whatever. I mean, which is fair enough. So I thought, yeah, as another way to add support. Yeah, okay. Not sure what membership is. Does it have privileges? I think you get, well, if I make them, you get custom emojis for chat. Bedtime reading. For who? It's my daytime. I'm not going to bed now. But no objection. Don't know what it is, but no objection. Okay. Now, no one's forced to join. It's just another way of supporting other than, you know, Patron. YouTube seems to take a bit more than Patron does. Yeah. They take a nice cut. You love your Tuesday nights? My Wednesday mornings? Oh, I want to read that now, no. Okay, anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. Thank you all. Have a wonderful sleep if you're going to sleep now. Have a wonderful day if it's your daytime. I hope everyone stays safe and well. And, yeah, look forward to chatting with you all soon. We're in a video saying pros and cons of some of the machines you've experienced. I'm actually going to make a pick and place video, or I've already started making a pick and place video. A buyer's guide-y type thing. Yeah, stay tuned. I am working on one. Maybe it'll come out on Friday, most likely next week. We'll see how we go. Okay. Membership privilege gives you access to things Xeon puts out early, or you can have membership only section of posts. No, I don't think you do. Not on YouTube. You don't. Ezzy. I think all you get is things like custom emojis. Is it? I'm pretty sure there's no chat. Yeah, good luck, Zero. I hope your machine works okay for you. Plus you can increment the icon for each month. Okay, cool. Anyway, I'll look into it more. Bye everyone. Thank you. You're awesome. Catch you all later. Be safe.